Hi everyone, Tom with Room by Room Total Home Remodeling. We're back at Scotch Pine and we're excited to show you what our finished product was. If you remember when we first started this project, we had an older home with cabinets that were built by the previous owner. We made some modifications and changes which are drastic in this whole installation here. Some of the features I want to show you what we did. First of all, with the cabinets, if you remember correctly, the old house, there was a stove that sat here. The refrigerator sat over in here, and then there was a wall, a built-in pantry that was custom made by the previous owner. So what we've done here was we took the stove from the location, which was in a spot that you normally don't like to have because you came through this hallway and there was an open stove. It's dangerous if you're cooking, things get knocked off. There was no cabinet next to it, and we moved it over here. And also took the refrigerator, which used to be at the end over in this area, and we moved the refrigerator to the new spot, which it's at now. We left the sink in the same spot because we didn't want to get into completely reworking all the plumbing. So the sink is in the same location, but what we did is we moved the dishwasher over to this side of the inside of the peninsula. So if you take a look at it, you have a very usable, and as far as an operation, cooking triangle, which is something you like to develop when you do kitchen remodeling. You have the stove, the refrigerator, and the sink. So you create what they call a triangle. It's been a rule of thumb forever in kitchens when you design them. Now the homeowner here worked with our cabinet designer, Tracy, who did a great job. They customized things, they tweaked it. He was very involved in picking out what he wanted and he didn't want. He really had a good feel for what he wanted, and she was able to help him and make some good suggestions. Now some of the things that we added here, if you take a look up top, it was done, this is a birch cabinet. It was done all with the crown molding and some detail. We have underlighting here that went around. We did some underlighting cabinets. We have light rails. And then we did a granite countertop. With the granite countertop, we put a tumbled stone on the backsplash and then did some little inserts in here. So if you stand back and take a look at this kitchen, along with, I'm sorry I'm jumping there because I just looked at them, the pendant lights over the peninsula, you have a beautiful open area. A lot of side panels, for example, if you look at the ends of the cabinets, aren't just finished where they're just the end cabinets. We put panels on all of them. The homeowner liked the detail of the panels, and then we also on this end over here, one of the things that he looked at, of course, I'm sorry, I'm jumping around here, but the face of this also has the panels on the front of the peninsula. One of the features that he liked is that if he felt if he was standing in here to try to open and get a cabinet, Tracy and the homeowner laid out in the kitchen where they have actually an end cabinet facing this way, so your door is easy access. So he puts his by his phone or whatever stuff he wants to store in here, but it's a good use of the space, easy to get at things, everything's accessible, and it's very functional, and it's a beautiful kitchen. I mean, there's really no other way to say it. I'm repeating myself, but it really turned out beautiful. It's a gorgeous house. Now we also in this home, we did new hardwood floors throughout. So we used the hardwood floors, which this used to be carpeted, and I believe it was vinyl sheet goods that were down here. We ripped everything out and put hardwood floors, which we'll take a look through the whole place. Now, one of the things that we did also, once we started working here, we realized that we kind of had this space. There was a pocket door we wanted to get rid of. So instead of just getting rid of the pocket door, we had talked about, and which we did, we opened up the opening between the dining room and the kitchen area. So this used to be a standard 30-inch wide door. Now we're going across about 5 feet. So it really opens up from the front of their home coming in here. You get a good sight lines from the backyard all the way through the front. You don't feel boxed off. It's not closed up. It really opened the whole room up. We also took back in this area, if you want to take a look this way, back in here, there was a doorway here that led into what used to be all laundry room. So we always had the bathroom in here. We ended up remodeling the bathroom for him too, but what we talked about doing is we closed the laundry room. There was enough room that we didn't need to walk from the kitchen and look at this laundry room. So we built this little bit of a wall, excuse me, with a door that now leads into the laundry room. So that area is closed off. When you come into the kitchen area, and the hardwood floor starts from this point and goes forward. In this bathroom, we completely remodeled the bathroom. We decided to put new fixtures, again, new hardwood floors, little details that we did in the whole house. We put new doors, but we also put crown molding. We have crown molding running through this bathroom and this little area here in the hall, which might be harder to see. Oh, there's light. We have crown molding up here, new pedestal sink, a new toilet, and we also replaced the windows here. The homeowner decided that he wanted to put new double thermal pane windows in here. The old windows were a little bit beaten up and they weren't energy-wise that good of a value for him. So we put brand new windows in here, new lighting, and then a new exhaust fan. The only thing I think he still needs to get in here is he's going to do some type of a mirror or cabinet that he wants to put above the sink. But this was all remodeled along with what we did in opening this up. This pantry, we reversed the door because the door used to swing this way. He bought a new door. The pantry opens in, he has storage in here. So there's a lot of storage, good access into the kitchen. We also, at the same time as we were working on this, we had always said we were going to do the family room for him. He decided after we got started, he saw a fireplace I had done for another homeowner on our website. We redid his fireplace. And in the fireplace, what we used to have here, this was all brick. So again, we talked about what are my options, is we could, just cover the brick and drywall. He was thinking about maybe just painting the brick. What we ended up doing for him is that we took the same granite that's on the countertop, and we put the granite on the face of the fireplace and the hearth, and then we put a new mantle, and we stained the mantle out to match the color of the floor. Drastic difference. I mean, you're looking at an old red brick that wouldn't have matched anything that he had in here, and we put a whole new fireplace with stone in here. Again, in the family room, the lighting wasn't great. This was all old paneling that they had put in here. The paneling we ripped out, and we put in new recessed lighting, and again, you'll see all the way through, there's all crown molding in the whole house. He put a paint grade crown that we installed for him, new baseboard, and then we painted the whole area. And he did multiple colors, and he brings the whole house in together with the different colors that he put in here. We replaced the window in the kitchen, and then these windows here with new casement windows with the low E argon gas are all Energy Star rated, so he does get a tax credit on the windows that he purchased here, which is a nice thing for him also. So I think that kind of led into part of his decision to do it now. We're here working, it just made more sense for him. So again, these floors are all brand new. The existing home in the back area had hardwood floors, and he really liked it. And what we ended up doing, because of the way the floor lays out, we used 3 1/4. It's a little bit wider board, and the other ones we left alone, but they resanded and finished them. Again, in the foyer area, we're going to take a look this way. In the whole foyer area, we did all new crown. All the chair rail was here, but he decided to paint the darker brown on the lower, and then the lighter, he brought the whole thing in together. These are all new floors, a new front door we put in, a new door system, and then coming off back into the hallway. As we were working here also, he decided he wanted to do a bathroom, but you can see in here real quick, there's crown molding running all the way through here also. So again, it ties in all the rooms together, so you have a real nice flow. There are other projects that I know down the road he's going to do, but one of the things that he wanted me to do was the bathrooms. Okay, now in the bathroom here, what we did, if you remember when I walked you through the project before we started, there used to be a door here. So when you walked into this room, we had an entrance that you came into the room, there was a sink area, there was another wall, a door, the door opened in, and then there's the commode, and there was a shower stall. Now what we had here, this was actually smaller, this area, because the shower stall was smaller, and this space that right here was in the other bedroom where there was a closet. So we shortened the closet up a little bit, and we were able to get a bathtub, because the way the house was set up, the master bedroom has a bathtub, the hall bathroom didn't, and he obviously wanted a hall bathtub for his daughter. So we put the bathtub in, we put new floor, we took the wall out of here, we took the whole bathroom and opened it up and made one big room, because it didn't really make sense to have a big bathroom with a door and 2 doors. It was kind of clumsy when you came in here. Now there was soffits that went above the sink area. We enlarged this. I mean, this is a huge area. We've got 2 double sinks, and then we have a little dressing area that as his daughter gets older, she's going to have an area that she can sit down and do makeup and that type of stuff. We put new ceramic floor tile. We did all marble tops, and then we redid the lighting. Again, in the lighting here, you see we've got a lot of recessed can lights. With the can lights, and then we have a vented exhaust fan. We have a high CFM vented exhaust fan to get the steam out of there. We put a new 2-piece Toto toilet in for them. And just really, standing here looking at this bathroom, it's just completely different. And it's a good use of the space. It definitely adds some value to the home for what they have. When you're doing remodeling, bathrooms and kitchens are the 2 areas you're going to get the biggest pop when you're putting the money into them. So there's certain things that you want to do and make sure it's done right. But doing a bathroom like this, I know that he's anxious at some point to do the master bathroom, but he's got to recover from what we've just done with the rest of the house, which is totally understandable. So hopefully with room by room, he's going to be calling us back, which he told me he was, to do more. So Again, as we went through here, we started in the other areas. He had us come into here. We made a huge difference. They have a nice, clean, beautiful, big home, big bathroom, beautiful kitchen. I know they're enjoying it. It was a fun project to work on. I hope you liked watching the before and then seeing the after and what we did here, because you can see the difference. But we can, again, as I always say, do any level of any scope of what you want to have put in. So Tom with Room by Room at the Scotch Pine Project. Thank you.